last time we left off, some things happened. I think you guys were already in a bit of a pickle. Did you guys first go into the darkness that episode, or did you? No.
No, that was we
As
ended
as the
combat.
second one.
We started the last session in combat in the darkness.
Yes. You reset combat because more of those sicktoids, those boys, started coming after you guys, and narrowly escaped and made it to the sanctuary of the tree, where you did meet a sun elf, basically. This rather good-looking elf, very fit, wearing some kind of plain clothing that kind of blends in with her environment, but she had like pitch black eyes and golden hair. You guys talked with her a little bit, didn't get much out of her. She's very dismissive of you guys and didn't really care that you were there. She broke Haldier's hand because he was about to shoot a firebolt at her tree, specifically at a symbol. And she instantly teleported to him and knocked a bunch of people down when it happened. There's a loud boom when it happened as well. I think I described that though. You guys talked with her a little bit. Didn't really get anything out of her, and then you decided, well, fuck it. We can't do anything right now. And you decided to take a long rest in the relative safety of this sanctuary. What would you like to do after coming to consciousness? Can't really tell if it's the next day, as it's still very, very bright.
Dark.
Here.
Oh, okay.
It's dark all around
true.
you.
The little tree is emanating light, right?
It's not necessarily the tree that's emanating light. It's just that this area seems to continue to be in bright sunlight.
I thought there were orbs in the tree.
There is a you did see that there was a large black orb that is set inside the tree, and the tree's kind of grown around it. And Haldir kind of explained what they were, but yeah.
You said that this eye is gone, correct?
Eye is gone. Here, let me go back over to where you. This eye. Oh yes, your eye. The eye on your head.
Oh.
Yes, it is currently not there, and you do not feel it.
So should I remove these things from my character sheet?
I don't know. Should you?
Thanks, Tom.
That would be my reply as well. Don't want to give too much away. Well, first thing I do is to make sure I'm alive, which I feel like I am.
You appear to be alive, yeah. For the most part.
Then I'll wake everyone else up if they're not awake. Kick Haldir. How's your hand, buddy?
I don't know.
Still broken.
I did wrap it. That was as close
splint
as I had
though.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have those. I don't think I have those supplies on. Unless I magically have a healer's kit, which I don't think I do.
How much would
I have a healer's kit.
Casting spells.
I'm gonna try and set the bone and fix this issue.
No, I'll let her do it. I don't think I'm very. I have one, but I don't think I'm very good at using it.
I have 17 on medicine. I mean, 17, 7. Sorry. Not definitely 17. Not that.
Yeah, I have 2.
Godlike.
I'm a god.
Is that your answer? When Aldir's looking for someone to help set his hand.
Yeah, I'm a god. Here I come.
I do not think he needs flexing pecs for this one. So for healer's kit, do I just roll medicine?
You would just roll medicine, yep.
Oh,
Don't you roll and add like half your proficiency bonus or something?
Do you have proficiency with a healer's kit?
I don't know.
Let me go check my class.
What gives
No, it'd be from
proficiency
your
with healer's
background.
kit? Yeah.
What was your
Oh.
background?
What's your
That's
background?
a good question. Let me go check D&DB.
Well, just what is your background? You don't even know
That
your background?
Just kick me
was
out.
Oh, okay.
specific.
I see. You don't have it memorized. That's fine.
No, I haven't had to look at it.
All
entirely.
good.
Could have sworn this creature had a token or a thing, but it's okay.
Foreboding.
Yeah, it's very foreboding. It's foreboding.
I'm gonna go back to the entrance and kind of just guard it.
I am an
Sure.
acolyte background.
Acolyte is proficiency in no tools.
Shit. Well, it made sense with my character, was why I picked it.
You're fine. You're still attempting to set this.
Well, I mean, unless Yanni there.
Yanni.
Yanni.
Is it Yane or Yanni?
No, I like Yanni now.
All right. Yanni O'Hara.
I did just meet him. Unless Yanni had stolen the kid away because he rolled medicine already.
Oh no, I tried to heal him.
No, I wouldn't let that guy touch my hand. I don't even know who he
It's
is.
Oh, we pee on the wound.
I immediately push him away. Get away from out
I
there's
love how
hand
you
with that
say that.
thing. Clearly she does it with advantage. Gets critical.
Well, you succeed at
Yane's helping me.
setting the bone, and you can advance the recovery process if you would like to expend a healing spell,
I'm going to like.
Can I just drink a
stare-
potion?
or you could do that.
Alright, drink a potion.
Just
Are
pour
you
a
sure you
potion
don't
on your
want me to
hand.
use a healing spell on you?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
The most stingy healing spell healer is asking if you
I-
want a healing spell.
Well, I'm more stingy with healing potions. I'm gonna like stare deeply into
I
Haldane's
can
eyes
tell.
and be like, "Don't attack
What?
Elven gods, okay?"
I think he's
And
not
you
a
can yell
god.
word. No, you're not a god.
I scoff.
Yeah.
What a grand and intoxicating innocence.
Okay.
All right. Your so if you drink a potion, your bone is healed and set, seems to be working and functioning as normal. What would you like to do?
Is this chick here?
Make a perception check.
I think she was just meditating under the tree.
Well, I'm thinking that we should talk to this guy. Because
Fuck
he
yeah.
came here for a specific task, and we want to help him complete it so we can get the hell out, so he can help us.
Yeah, but he came here to destroy the darkness or like eliminate the darkness.
I came here to ascertain the source of the darkness, and once I had done that, I would assess whether or not we need more people. I have assessed that we do in fact need some more people here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a message to my cohorts, and they'll arrive in a couple of days. Whether or not we can survive that is kind of looks around, remains to be seen.
Well, do you think the monsters are gonna break through this barrier?
I think that's their intent.
What do you propose? In your opinion, that we should do?
I imagine we have supplies enough for a couple of days and could wait it out, but other than that, I mean, we could try and make a break for it again, but I don't know if I would advise it. I might be able to sneak out, but I wouldn't feel very conscionable leaving you all alone.
Yeah, neither would we.
Yes. Do you think have we spoken with this elf about if she knows the nature of the darkness?
Yeah.
Roughly, yeah. She
Yeah.
described it as the purging of all of us, which is supposed to happen because we're all
Lesser beings, essentially.
lesser. Yeah.
Like I said, she was a, you know.
She's not going to help us, and she's not interested in helping
Did
us.
I spot her?
Sorry. No, you do not see her anywhere.
She's like a part of the tree. She like came out of it, right?
Should I shoot the tree
She
again?
was like ethereal. Please
Should
don't.
I do?
Here.
Yeah, go for it.
Your hand.
What's
This
your
is
other
how we
arm
summon you.
You
Uh,
need a hand.
Did we catch her name? I can't remember. I didn't write a note down.
You did not ask her name.
Okay.
It's okay, I don't think she'd have told us anyways.
She said she was a Gatesworn. Whatever that is. That was the only thing that you really got out of her. As far as a name. But you also didn't ask.
We do know that her tree is a gate, basically, to their land.
Indeed.
How's my hand looking? My sunburned hand.
It's looking pretty sunburned.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you are suffering from a sunburn.
All right, I'm just like,
Cool.
hey, lady. Hey, lady. I just keep saying that. See it. Maybe for like the next minute.
Hey, lady.
The
I'll
next minute.
chime in. He can do this for hours or days.
For
and
in a
forever.
Brooklyn accent.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I didn't actually say lady.
The
That's probably
darkness is
what.
encroaching significantly more after that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Look how good my persuasion is. What are they? Come
We're
on.
dead.
Oh, God.
What the-
You can't critically fail skills. It's still a 9, guys.
Sure.
So
We
so
can't
far as
even
you can tell,
see.
she has not heard or cared to respond to your attempts at contact.
Okay.
I want to look to Kirill, be like, you didn't speak with her. Maybe she would respond to you. Or you, I say as I look at Ying.
Misha has a thing for Yan.
Oh, for
Pretty
sure,
obvious.
dude.
Highly impressed with his
Physique.
pecs, which can flex.
His physique,
Wait.
yeah.
That's how
He's
most
never-
of my responses are, just flexing my pecs.
She's never seen anything
All
like
right.
it. It's mind-boggling.
Kirill, you
I-
gonna say
Examining-
anything?
Yeah,
Disgust.
I approached the tree and I asked to, the nature of the purging and the darkness and where it all comes from and who started it. Basically, I'm not
You're
even,
asking for a
I'm not even
history of
trying to
everything?
Come out. I know she's there. I know she's listening. I'm just gonna start asking the question.
Okay, so what do you specifically ask? How do you phrase your question?
Okay, so who decided that there needed to be a purging of life, and who was it that came to this decision?
Go ahead and make another persuasion or diplomacy. Is that a thing? It's not a
No.
thing.
No.
So persuasion. Okay. So after a few moments, you catch a bit of movement, and you can see that she's sitting on one of the lower branches that are right next to the sigil that's on the tree. And she's just kind of like kicking her legs and just sitting there, leaning up against the tree, and she's looking out into the darkness. And you ask that question, and she turns her attention towards you. These are pretty big questions for fodder. Why should I answer any of it?
I mean, you've been sitting here for it's what what you described to be a few thousand years. It's a change. Think of it as a change of pace for yourself.
She half smiles. I don't care to explain the entirety of creation to and certainly not the entirety of the present predicament. Perhaps I could answer a couple. Narrow it down. What do you want to know?
What is the source of the darkness right here?
That's actually a good question. I suppose if you're saying this is not a darkness that's permeating the entirety of the world, then this is perhaps a portable orb, a shard of Solar Ket.
Solar Cat. I think I've heard that name before.
Imagine you have. Are you not a cleric or worshipper of some of the lessers?
I follow the twins.
I don't know those.
It's a young faith. We worship Van Roth and Van Viscott.
She hops off the tree and walks over to the sigil and points at it and starts to kind of outline it. This is the oldest faith. Have you heard of Heliaki?
No.
I can see why you do need to be purged. No faith in the Creator God. Tell me, what do these twins do? What are they gods of?
Lightning and fire
Impressive.
of the earth and the harvest.
What are their names?
Van Rotha and Van Viscott.
Oh, they must certainly be lessers then. Well, I'm sorry. Getting a bit off track. What other questions do you have?
Why are you here? She certainly must have come from some sort of civilization or village or city, and yet it's only you, alone, here.
As I have stated previously, I guard this gate to the rest of my people, and we exist on another plane, you would call it, but we don't particularly enjoy residing here. But we do desire a connection just in case something happens and we need to fix, which just so happened to occur last cycle, last purge.
So have you had any contact with your people for the past, several thousand years?
No,
That doesn't, drive you to insanity?
no.
Are you sure
Eternity.
they're still there?
Yes, I'm most positive. While I did not discuss or talk with any of them who came through the last time, some 150 years ago, 160, something in there.
But you're sure they're still there?
Oh yes, of course. They will outlast all of you.
But you haven't spoken with anybody? At all?
They have utmost faith that I can complete my task until my appointed time is done.
I'm gonna look at Haldir and be like, this does not look good.
I'm kind of ignoring this lady.
And So,
At the moment.
so to reiterate, she's guarding this gate, the gate, which is the tree in the orb of darkness, against from what?
From what? You mean, what am I protecting this tree from?
Yes.
I suppose, fools that pass by that think that they can walk up and shoot at the sigil of Heliaki, that's be one of them. But other than that, it's mostly a formality, as the magics themselves will keep most evils at bay.
And yet, you seem okay with evil surrounding this gate.
We have our uses for the Sycoths. They perform a function.
Yes, an evil function.
No,
That's
it's a very
rather.
short-minded way to look at it. You say it's an evil function because your people die. That's understandable. But you're like ants, or even less than that. My people. And to me, quite frankly. I showed your friend mercy, but if you attempt to force your way in, I have no problem smiting each and every one of you.
And where does this gate lead?
I've already said a couple of times where it leads. You need not know the name.
If you're a little more concise, I can leave you alone and stop asking a question.
You have my interest now. And I have nothing else to do.
So, what other places are your people guarding? Are there any nearby?
This is the only one that we have left, that we leave open. But the ley lines and these thresholds exist in other places that I'm sure you know of. You cling to them, I imagine, for their safety.
Yeah. Is there any chances of the Sycoths breaching the barrier and approaching this tree?
If that were to occur, that would destroy them all. But it's unlikely. They haven't done it in the 73,000 years that they've existed.
How
But
many
they
types
have.
of them are there?
Say that again?
How many types of Sycoths are there?
She looks over at you. I suppose by last week, there's something like 20 different types or classes of Sycoth.
I believe we've only encountered 2 of them.
Yes. Most are lesser than the ones that are here. Kind of like you. These ones here are bred for more serious matters, I imagine.
Who breeds them? Are you their keepers, or is someone else within the darkness
I'm sure
keeping
she
hold of
breeds
them?
them.
No, not in the slightest. They are a sentient race, capable of handling their own matters. And if they had a faith, they are removed from their creator.
How vile.
Doesn't really say anything about it.
So, for some reason, we're ants, but the Sycothid aren't. Even though we just killed the shit out of 6 of them.
Very impressive. If the whole horde were here, You wouldn't
And
stand
what
a
were
chance.
our whole? What were all we were here? It's a stupid comparison, don't you think?
I've watched the Sycothids overwhelm and destroy empire after empire. Yours will be no eventually.
But you already said that it was different this time, did you not?
The darkness here is different.
No.
And yes,
You said the last purge was different. Not nearly as many people died. Why?
interrupt me
Because
again,
we're
elf, and I
getting-
will throw you into the darkness. Talk again, and I will throw you into the darkness.
I just spit on the ground.
Why do you keep company with this mutt?
He has his uses, as I've been told.
I just nod at Yane. Sorry, Yanni.
I ignore that she said that, and I ask who was the Sycothids creator and why are they removed from their creator?
Solar Ket created them for his own purposes. When we imprisoned him, I suppose that's a bit presumptuous to say. When the Lessers imprisoned him and made us his warden, we have manipulated into cleansing this place of souls so that Solar Ket might never be free.
Why couldn't you just kill him?
You cannot unmake a god unless you speak the words of unmaking. And no lesser would ever do that, nor it's an affront to his nature. So he is in prison.
And why are these things here? This little area of darkness seems rather localized and rather small.
An excellent question. I imagine or surmise that they're here probing for weaknesses, attempting to get at our venerable people. I will not let that happen, and this is folly on their part. Though that they do it at all is different. She looks over at Haldir. But not altogether unexpected.
Why not? Why is that not unexpected?
Well, they know. They're not mindless. I'm sure they figured some things out. But their people need to feed. And when we let them out, they do as we bid.
And what are those shades? Are the shades related to the Sycothids?
No. That's more a byproduct of this land itself.
If we found a way to remove them, would that help you in any way, or do you want them here?
I suppose I would like to see farther than 40 feet I have. This was a beautiful grove. And I would really, really like it if none of you remained here any longer.
Right.
Well, we
What
can.
prevents you from extending your reach? Other than the obvious Sycothids, you seem more than a capable warrior yourself.
They don't threaten me right now, and the tree is my objective, I suppose. And leaving it would be, well, be neglecting my duties.
Well, I will say that they don't threaten you, but they are certainly encroaching upon your territory. They're surrounded this grove.
They have. And yet, there are none here.
And you don't consider that an affront?
This is exactly what this place will look like in some 50 years' time when we release them again to feed on your people.
What do you mean release them?
Just that. Let them out.
Do you have them in some kind of cages or something?
Essentially, yes. To be honest, I don't really know all about it.
Which would you personally rather have? Them around or them not around?
I suppose it would be better if they weren't around.
Now, is there any way we could anything we could do to expand the barriers surrounding the tree to cover this entire the dark area and purge them out?
Yes, there is. You can go collect the person who carries this orb. He's not very far. I can sense its presence, or lack of one. Not too far. From the direction that you came, actually.
That building that we passed, that has some type of significance.
I would be surprised. It's simply a tomb that one of your ancestors, I guess, created and kept some dead in. But that's where they are right now. I imagine you'll find more than your fair share of sycothids.
Now, is there any way we can maybe tune our weaponry to be a little more effective against those them?
It would help us leave.
I'm sure there's a way to make your measly crafts into something more potent, but I have no tools here.
Oh, we don't need tools. We just need knowledge.
I'm sure. I'll tell you what. If you manage to survive and bring me that orb, and the person carrying it, then I will inform you on how you might sharpen your blades against these creatures.
So we need to get the orb and the person first before you tell us how to fight them? Doesn't seem...
Call it a test.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, what kind of numbers do these things have?
Here,
Yes, here.
I suppose you've killed, what, 6, 7 of them? I kill the presence of another 20. Although not all of them are those drones.
You cut out a little bit. Was it 20?
Yes.
A bunch of them are drones. They're like little workers that can't fight.
No, although not all of them are those drones that you killed.
Oh.
Yeah, we killed the drones.
So are they higher or lower beings?
Drones are
Or
generally
the
lower.
lowest, typically.
That means
We
there's
encountered-
some real big baddies out there in the darkness.
I think we should wait a couple days.
For what?
Take a long
The
till backup squad shows up.
Right, and there's no guarantee that they'll survive, even getting here.
Well, they'll make a hell of a light show trying to get in. And if there's
Well, the other thing to
powerful
consider,
as-
friends, is that whoever stole the information from Tau will have even more time out there unabated to use that information. And we believe we are on a bit of a timetable. We were here to help Kane on his quest. I believe that we have somewhat held our end of the bargain up, if not completely. Kane, do you
Kane.
have any reason to...
His name's actually Abel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it really?
Abel.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you
Where
have
did you
any
get
reason that
Kane?
you would need to personally see to this task any longer after informing your people?
None at all.
So we can leave. Would we be able
That's-
to leave, or would we need to wait for your people to arrive before making the trek back?
I think that's easier said than done. Those things know we're here. They know exactly where we are, and we're gonna have to go through them to.
Well, someone's going to have to go through them. Whether or not those people who are coming have to go through them on their own, or we have to go wait for them to get here.
Well,
It's
if we can
no
signal
different.
them to like come from a certain direction, then we can sally out and like kind of pincer them. That would be ideal.
There is the entrance to this place. That is a natural funnel.
I would really be surprised if they try and overwhelm our position here.
They don't seem
My intention,
unintelligent.
or what I was planning on, would be to go away from this as soon as I can get confirmation that they're outside of this area, and then I'd meet up with them, give them a bit more of a debriefing, and hopefully we could clear out this problem.
So, how far in are we in this place?
Not too sure how. I mean, you guys were traveling in
I
darkness.
don't
for a
think
long
we
time.
know. Yeah, I don't think we have any understanding of how far in we are. I think we only know the general direction that we went, right?
Wouldn't I have some type of, like, even just a slight idea of how far in they were? Because I did fly in. Even just through time.
Maybe
Right.
we can make
so
some
you guys know
survival
that
checks.
the darkness itself was like where you entered in from. You would say that there is at most 300 yards, so I guess 900 feet, 1,000 feet of darkness that you would have to cross. So you could mad dash it if you wanted.
I think that might be a bad idea.
Sneaking's probably better because that's how we got in as far as we.
Yeah, we also used a
Could-
light to know where we were going, and that got us a little more attention.
Yeah, that was a lot less sneaky apparently.
And this tomb that we discovered as well, I mean, we could make a stand there. Funnel them through that way, or...
Yeah, but if we were to enter a small
Abel, how
building
many
and those
people of
things-
your organization would be making their way in this direction? A small regiment or just a small party?
We would be sending. I conveyed this serious issue, so I would hope that they would muster at least 50 full nights of Karn.
And you've sent the message already, I assume.
Yes, first thing I did this morning.
And then based off of our encounters with the Sycothids, how well do you think they would fare against them?
Well, your friend here, Kirill, seemed to deal with them quite well, as did Misha. So I imagine that my company would also fare similarly, except there would be a lot more of them, and they're a bit more trained than you,
And a lot less.
and a lot less.
Well,
Tammin.
I was going to say trained in the arts of holy matters as such, but
Oh, I'd say
a
that
lot
they're
more Tammin is what I mean. That's not an insult. I just mean
a lot
your
more
weapons
Kirill
weren't
than
effective.
Tammin.
Oh, they're gonna be like paladins and.
Yes.
thought the Knights of Karn were just like.
They're a holy
Well,
group.
they're very serious about their real.
Ah, okay.
They're zealous. Well, it's gonna be up to what we value more. Do we feel the urgency of needing to leave this place and tend to the matters of Lycidas, or do we want to take the safe route and wait?
Well, since we almost died getting here, and that was before they know we were here, I think we might want to take the safe route and wait.
I'll walk to the edge and just. I mean, I'm specifically with the intent of trying to find Sycothids. I know that it's darkness and all that stuff, but can I see anyone lying in wait? Like, just, do they look like they have this sort of premeditated stance waiting for us to come out to, like, jump on us at all? At least as far as I can
Make
tell.
a perception check.
22.
Perception.
So, as you walk up to this, like, actual barrier of darkness, you can tell that you're not really going to be able to see much, especially since your eyes are not at all
Yeah, not adjusted.
adjusted to it to look into it. But you can just barely, and almost vaguely make out the sound of movement, of like, the rustling branches and leaves and stuff like that. And you did see a few of them patrolling around this area because they were like right up against the darkness and light line. They were walking around, making sure that you guys didn't like slip off in any direction, but
Okay.
they could definitely perceive you before you perceive them. You get the sense.
Sure. Well, I'll just, after taking a minute or two, just say, well, they're definitely lying in wait for us, so it's gonna be, it's not gonna be no more sneaking around out there, I fear.
But they're not endless. We could. Maybe they will not come close to the tree, but we could possibly kill a few of them.
Potentially, but we know not their numbers.
Well, I think she said 20, but you cut out, so.
Yes,
20.
you did.
Oh, 20 total? I thought she meant 20 different types.
20 Sycothid, and she did say that there are 20 different types or so
Okay.
on the book.
Maybe I misunderstood. I thought there were like
There was two
tons
different
of different. I thought there were like limitless numbers in this darkness, basically.
That's.
At least as far as we are concerned.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Maybe kill a few of the patrol. Then try to get out.
Well, I suppose we always have this as a fallback point.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say if we can't kill the patrols, then we fall back to the tree. That's our only option anyways, no matter what we were gonna do. Like, if we're gonna leave the safety of the tree, we can't get ambushed by like 8 million of them, especially if they're watching us.
Well, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna send Goose out. I'm gonna send him in a line in this direction because I felt like that's the way we came in from, and I'm just gonna use him. I know it's still in darkness, but just using the memory of what I see from him on his way out in that direction linearly, see if I can figure out a path out of this place.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for Goose.
I mean, it's magical, but I think he still has dark vision, so he probably sees better than
Goose
me.
does not have dark vision.
Really?
Ravens do not. They have mimicry.
What?
Turn him into an owl.
I cannot do that without using a 1-hour ritual of which I do not have the components.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay. So you
Not right
send
now.
Goose out, and he starts, fluttering into the darkness. And he's trying to keep above the tree line because he doesn't obviously you can't really see.
Right.
So he's just flying at a good height. How far do you make him fly out?
As far as the darkness is, and I'll let him. I'll obviously say if you reach the darkness, the edge of the darkness, come back.
So he accomplishes that fairly easily. There's like no hiccups. He just flies straight until he hits sunlight again.
Okay.
And then he starts to return, and your bird vision you can see. How far out can you see through your bird?
Let's see. I have to actually look up the specifics.
To double check, I think the velocity is
I think
120.
I want to say. You can know. I think it's infinite as long, but I can't give him commands beyond 100 feet. Let me read it real quick. I have it right here.
Sure. That sounds right. The commands part, anyways. I know that. In any case, he makes the trip very easily because he's not flying underneath the trees or anything, so he can't really make out a path. It's too dark, really, for him to safely fly that low. But you can will him to, and he will.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. Because then I would just lose him for nothing. I was correct, so he can go the whole way back and back to me if he survives the trip, as long as I gave him the command before leaving.
Mm-hmm. He does so.
Okay. But you're saying I feel like I haven't really gained any additional knowledge.
Not unless you want to risk him. Which you certainly can if you want to.
Just to clarify, why do you not have the components?
Aren't that must be consumed? Yeah, so the charcoal, incense, and herbs are consumed by the fire. So I have the brass container, but I need charcoal, incense, and herbs again, which I lost when I made the other one.
It's a good sum.
10 gold points worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Not a ton, but
no, it's not. I just didn't buy like a shitload of, I just bought one spell's worth. So I used it when I summoned him back the first time, which this is that time. I just have to go to a city and buy the mats again, but yeah, I mean, obviously we're just sitting here. Otherwise, I'll send him out on the low ground then. We'll see how it goes.
Sure. And what are you just looking to kind of like map a path back, essentially?
I'm trying to find really any path that leads out of the darkness and noting any creatures that we happen to see on the way.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for Goose.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
I have the boots equipped, so that's a +5. Would I lose the +5 since it's for Goose?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 10.
Okay. So it does not take long before, after passing like just a couple trees, you see through Goose vision there are globules of this of the acid flying towards Goose.
Okay.
What's Goose's AC?
Let's take a look. I think it's really low.
Just pocket dimension that bitch.
I mean,
You can dismiss him.
Yeah, I don't know if I would react in time. I don't really know how like metagaming that is. If I'm just like, oh, he's getting hit, snap him back. But I certainly would try.
I don't know why that would.
Go ahead and make.
I mean, having things in the game,
dexterity check.
having things in the game that are just like, oh, I can do this with no consequences, feel pretty cheesy to me. I can do a dexterity check. 10.
Sure. So you are looking through Goose's vision, and you start to see just kind of that bit of glow off to your left and your right, and you're like, "Oh man, I better recall Goose." And then one slams right into Goose's face and dissolves him.
Yeah, he's dead. He has 1 hit point. So That's it. And
The
I'll just say,
Marshal is
yeah, I mean,
saying
the force is crawling with these things.
the monstrous creatures. They'll be lovely.
No, I think they're just large.
Okay, you know what I meant. They're vile creatures. Regardless,
Need
I
to make
think
a
we can
Kirill
wait for the
quote book.
cavalry on this one.
That's disappointing. You hear the elf kind of chime in. I had really, really hoped to get rid of you a bit sooner.
You could always somehow bless our weapons to that end and we would go. We actually do want to go. We've kind of got an emergency.
Oh, pressing
Uh,
matters for mortals.
Well, a
Pray
mind
tell.
flayer has gone and eaten our friend's brain, and now he's on his way to get the crown that will destroy the world and stuff. So,
I
you know, we've
wouldn't
got stuff to do.
be so sure he's on his way anywhere. You speak of Ithilid, and there's one here.
In your darkness,
Yes. That's exact position I had mentioned before.
he's the guy with the orb thingy that you want.
No. It's another creature.
So there's
And there's also one, two, three Cambion.
What in the world is a campion?
Ooh.
It helps you sleep at night.
A paladin, not knowing what Cambion is. They're fiendish creatures. Let's say they're usually the offspring of a fiend in a
well, that would be a great place for us to go, and we would actually do this quest you would have for us. Blessing our weapons to actually make sure it is successful sounds like a better
She smirked,
bet.
but she says, "Again, I have no means to bless your weapons. Not here."
Can we get
Where
you
would you?
those kinds of means?
Say that one more time.
What kinds of means do you require?
If you want to consistently deal harm to Sycothids, you need to either have a weapon that can burn brightly with the radiant light of one of the lessers or the greaters, or you need to have it forged by my people in the City of Light, which you won't be going to. Ever.
I mean, you could.
Have any mortals ever been granted entry to the City of Light?
Not granted. No.
So
Broken
there have
in.
been some that have forced their way in.
I had heard of a story
What became
Of-
of these people?
someone stumbling their way in, more than anything else. What became of him?
Him, them, whoever.
I couldn't tell you. I was here.
Pronouns.
Did they pass through your gate or another?
Another. We've since ensured that they do not open by happenstance. And if they do, they no longer lead to the City of Light. Fair warning.
So you could somehow make our weapons burn with the light of a god of not the one you worship.
No.
Then I don't understand. Unless you intend to go to the City of Lights and do this thing for us. Which I doubt, since you are happy to be in your tree.
I have to protect the gateway. And like I said before, I don't intend to do that unless you resolve this issue. And it would be kind of like a reward. That sounds nice.
Yeah, to cross a thing filled with all the bug people to then fight at least 2 demon guys, an illithid, and someone else.
Sounds heroic.
Sounds like a suicide mission.
She nods.
Right, okay, other options. I was about this over just sitting around, but practically I don't see how. I
She
say as I
kinda-
look at the group.
Yeah.
I
She,
tend to wait
after
here.
a couple of moments, kind of like fades into the tree again. Like she just disappears.
Man, it's gonna be a long few days.
3 days. I mean, for the fun of it, we could try to lure one close and kill it.
For sport? I look at Misha with wide eyes, like this is very unlike Misha.
It's actually, she's gonna it is getting rid of an evil. I do not see this as a bad thing. And there's only 20 of them. I mean, 3 days. Who knows?
She
Probably in that
mentioned-
much time we could have them all dead.
She
What
mentioned the
happens if we
presence of an
pull them?
illithid in this darkness.
Oh, that is just it. We're not walking out into the darkness to find an illithid.
No, I'm just saying it seems like a large departure from the norm if there's only one here amongst this horde of Sycothid.
Maybe he is lost.
I'm wondering if he's the one controlling them.
What is really weird, if he stole Tao's memory, why is he here and not
Well, we have no
there?
we have no knowledge of whether or not it's the same one or not. Although, if what Abel is saying to be correct about the rarity of them, it is possible. It's not far from where the event occurred.
I want to look at Yane and be like, was there something else Tao knew that would have been out here? Maybe something of your order?
Not to my knowledge.
Then it makes little sense as to why he would be here if he has the knowledge of the Garant crown. He quite literally went the wrong way, is what I'm saying. Like directional wise, this is
Or
the exact opposite way.
there has to be a purpose, though.
Yes, that's my point. If it's not the crown, then why is he out here?
Something to aid him getting the crown, which I barely know anything about, but you know.
Well, yes, of course. How could
What
you?
crown? What are you talking about?
Hmm.
Well, I did think we updated you about like what his memories he had and then lost.
Okay, fair
What
enough.
our suspicion was.
Well, now he knows if you didn't, so we're all set.
He totally knows. That was
Oh yeah, that crown. So many
Yeah.
crowns.
Well, I suppose we're just waiting here then. For 3 days.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Sure. That's certainly a route you can take.
I want
Um,
to take a rock, cast a light spell on it, and then throw it off the.
You're about 15 feet of it flying through the air. You can no longer detect the light.
Ooh.
Do it again.
You can
Yeah, you're just tossing,
I'm
tossing
making-
lights out there.
I'm making a lure.
Yeah, sure,
This will get some attention specific.
sure.
I've seen gathering, but
Okay. So you're just kind of messing around with light and rocks. You're like having to pull them from this like ledge, which is like almost on the edge of the darkness. And so you messing around with this for a little while. At one point, Sycothid walks directly up to you and tries to stab you, but is prevented from doing so by the barrier. And then it walks away.
Can I try to lasso it?
Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm getting some Star Wars
You
jumping on top of the fucking.
if you were there, but like this one, it's kind of like if you've ever seen a gorilla, there's like just kids fucking with the glass or something, and it just like bangs on the glass, and then it
Yes.
walks away in a huff. That's exactly what it does.
Oh god.
And it's terrifying.
It's terrible.
It is actually.
Yeah, especially
When gorillas do it, it's like break that shit. I could die.
I've got one out here. At least one, maybe more.
Yeah, I'll let you know right now. There's a lot more than one out there, Misha.
But the idea of waiting 3 days seems horrible.
I agree.
Why? It's nice to not be on the verge of death constantly.
Well, that is true, which is why I'm not charging out into the darkness.
At
After
least it's
the
something to
past-
do. But I suppose
Hey,
we're here.
we
It's
can.
the opposite of something.
Do you have your cards with you?
I don't know if you guys brought any cards. You probably left most of your supplies back with your
I have
horses.
I have a dice set.
Aye.
Play
That'll
some
do.
dice.
Some dice. Regular old dice. Misha, you want to play some dice?
Indeed.
Okay. So I guess we'll play dice.
Yes.
Sure. You guys are just big chilling there for a
3
few hours
days.
playing dice, essentially.
I want to try Haldir's necklace.
I would also, for a couple days, would like to try to pull more information out of the elf, whose name I didn't even get. Some dumb
I don't know if Haldir's going to give you the necklace.
or necklace.
Yeah, probably not.
Aw.
What were you saying, Copes?
I'm probably gonna try to extract more, like, just religious information from the elf about the crater and all that fun stuff.
You certainly can. I mean, are you going to do this on the first day that you guys are digging around, or are you going to wait to bother her again?
I'm gonna do it. I don't know, the first day, I guess.
Okay. So do you watch them play dice at all, or you just instantly walk back over the tree?
I'm not interested in that. I'll walk back over the tree.
Sure. So she, again, like I said, she isn't currently visible anywhere on the tree. So what do you do?
Yes, I just ask about. I just ask about the nature of Heliaki or whatever it's called, and what makes Heliaki so much greater than the other gods.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Even though they locked him up.
No, that's Solar Cat. Solar Cat is like dark asshole god who got locked up.
Okay. So you hear like an audible sigh from one of the tree branches around you. And then you hear like a thud as she lands near you. And she walks over to the sigil, and with one of her hands, she points to the center. And again, so the symbol is a sunburst with it's a silver sunburst that's on this tree, and there's 5 ticks or pip marks that go down like of the sunburst rays that are all silver, and then there are 5 that go up that are gold, except for the center one at the top, the fourth, or the third, the third that's at the top is like a blackish purple. And she goes, Heliarchy is the creator god. From him, all of the lessers and the 5 greaters are derived. She points to the first one on the left. Seiso. Second one on the left. Sirkan. Fourth one on the right. Or fourth one from the left. Yeyolda. Adunate. The last one on the right. And then the center one, she says, Arlixis.
Why is that one standing out?
Each one of them is an aspect of Heliarchy. They were with him when he created everything, and they assisted him in the creation of all things. Their children are the lessers, which, when I say children, are really just projections of their emotions that take form. The lessers, the gods that you worship, are of that ilk. Varlixis is an aspect of Heliarchy that we do not see very often. The aspect of him that is unmaking, destruction. And from him, Varlixis, come your evil gods. She kind of quotations evil. They serve a purpose in the natural order of the world. Solarket is a lesser of Varlixis. I'm surprised your people have forgotten all this. But it is, I guess, telling. When the greater races leave the lessers to themselves.
Did they not leave you too? I say over my shoulder as I'm playing dead.
We, my people, are the Solarids. We are above the lesser gods. We've been not born that way, but raised that way through our devotion to Heliarchy and our express purpose to keep Solarket bound.
If your people still exist.
Yes.
And what in particular is your name?
Aveen. She doesn't give a surname. Did you hear Aveen, though? You're kind of...
Yes.
Okay,
I was
sure.
making a note.
Sure.
I'm seeing these notes.
'Cause I am not gonna be able to recall all these names later. Right. Well, I mean, your knowledge seems to be quite staggering. I appreciate you sharing it with us.
She has another half smile. And if you'd be so kind as to give me a bit of peace, then.
Of course.
All right. She melds back into her hiding location. So you guys that are playing dice, you see Kirill dicking around over there. And Misha eventually wanders over. Haldir, are you playing dice with Tammin?
Yep.
And Yane, what are you up to?
I'm just watching them.
Sure. So, as you guys are playing, why don't you all roll perception checks?
Bro, what?
The curse of
I'm
Tao.
daydreaming.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so embroiled in our dice game.
Apparently,
So
I'm
is
just so
Misha.
shocked that you won.
So Haldir, after
You're
a
just
few
trying not to
moments,
lose.
you guys are just messing around, playing some games, idle chit chat, all that stuff as you guys kind of wait this out. And it appears that Abel's just in meditation, and he's kind of moved himself away from you guys since he doesn't particularly partake in dice. You know,
I'm gonna say like us.
yeah, that too.
Or that.
The World Series of Dice.
But you start to see a form materializing next to you guys as you guys are playing dice. What do you do? Do you let it continue, or do you take action?
We
Well,
all noticed this?
Is there any?
Oh, I didn't.
No. Haldir notices it first.
Okay.
Is there anything like description wise you can tell me about it, or is it
So
just
it looks like a human-sized form that's kind of like slowly coalescing. It's like just starting to take shape next to you guys.
Yeah, I pointed out and I ready a firebolt.
Okay. So
Upon hearing this... Sorry, go ahead.
sure. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, upon hearing this, I'll stand and sort of grip my sword and wait to see what happens.
Okay. So you two actually are the people who last spoke with him. But you see a familiar face appear next to you. Somebody named Mandaut.
Yes, I know him. Okay.
And he says, "Oh, I had heard that that you were here, and wow, look, it's you. I am so sorry about your friend." He's got a pretty evil smile on his face as he says this.
You won't be as sorry when I fucking gut you, you pig.
Wow, that is harsh. That's understandable. Again, I really didn't want him to die. I gave him every option, but the poor man, he was so loyal, but not very bright. He kind of looks over at Yane. Oh,
Like, sounds about right.
oh, the band of Unum is unhappy. Oh man, that's too bad.
Oh my god. You shit talking so hard.
I see you're kind of surrounded here. It's quite the pickle you got yourselves in.
Why are you here?
Oh, you know, I'm just in the area and I felt like rubbing it in a bit. You know, you could have had a lot of money and no dead friends, but now you have a dead friend. And you kind of look like you're about to die soon. And things did not go well for you after you rejected my offer.
And if you keep talking, we're going to beat the shit out of you and throw you to those beasts.
I think that's a pretty idle threat, to be honest. And I have to say, you know, your quest to save your friend or your foster father, however you look at it, it's probably in vain, my friends. Just another ill fortune. Well, hope you
I just
enjoy
turned back
your
to my
dice.
dice.
Why is Abel just sitting there? Isn't this
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 is
guy
not. It's not a real person.
I know.
It's like a
but
shade. It's like a projection.
I mean, he's probably
understand
taken
that.
notice at this point. Abel has. You guys are all talking to a new person, so he's your dice game, but he's probably kind of moving to like a blind spot of this figure, but he's not like making it a undue threat of himself. But Mandela just finishes and says, "So, enjoy the game. I hope you enjoy your stay." He kind of does a little wave, and the image starts to fade. And it does.
I wait till the image fades for him. Like, he wants us to go out there.
Yes, it's a bait. An obvious bait.
It is. It's a very obvious bait and a fairly desperate one. It almost makes no sense.
Well, I think we're the only ones that know what he knows, and that could get in the way with what he wants to accomplish, so...
But again,
It
it's the
makes
same
some
problem.
sense that he would want us to mess up and die. And then he would be free
But
to
it's
accomplish
like,
his goals.
why is he here?
Oh, that was probably like he said. He wanted to gloat. He's a very
No, I
boastful
mean-
man.
He said he was in the area, so and also the Illithid's in the area as well.
Yes. And why are they both here?
Common sense would say that he might have the orb.
Indeed.
Well, if we go out after them, then that's playing into their hand. It's going to be a huge trap. And that's amongst these Sycothids. It's tempting, but it's not the right move.
Oh, he'll have his time.
Sure. Okay. So you guys just return to your game then after that, or are you just kind of moping? What do you guys do?
I wouldn't be able
Pass
to
the time for the
concentrate
rest
on
of
the
I'd
game
mope
after
definitely
that.
a little bit.
I wouldn't be able
Sure.
to concentrate on the game after that, though.
And but I would try to beat Tammin. The second I realize he's not paying attention.
Haldir's scheming, but he doesn't say anything because this fucking bitch is here. Elf.
She doesn't appear to be listening at the moment, but yeah, you know that she's in the area, of course. Okay. So your day, far as you can tell, passes. And you guys start to bed down for the night, and
I mean,
go ahead.
Is this area always light?
Yes.
Even
Yeah,
though
it is. Like when we slept together, it was light the whole time.
Yeah, but that was actually during the day.
It is always light here,
Okay.
so
That's
far
fine.
as you can tell. Yeah. Okay. So you guys head to bed. And you guys come to consciousness sometime later. You're not exactly sure on what the passive time looks like here, but you guys are going through your sleep cycle, so you hope it's not too super fucked so far. But yeah, it's day two of isolation.
Captain Dog.
Can
Yeah,
you
I
check
mean,
where your people are? I'll ask Abel.
I can. Yes, of course. I'll prepare that message. I'm sure they're on their way, though. Nothing to fear there.
Misha does not believe him.
I don't believe him either. I'm kind of
It
getting annoyed.
it sounds a
by
lot more
this whole situation.
confident than that. That's not the correct spell. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he sends another message. Not a message. Another sending. But yeah. As far as you know, he's being truthful, and he believes that his allies are headed this way.
I take it we're waiting on the message back for them to say.
Well, he says, yeah, they're mustered and they're preparing to head out from Moro within this evening. So should be here shortly. Your mic is opening. Detention? Maybe. Don't know. I think it's you.
I took a deep breath.
Yes, of course.
I spend some time reading one of these books, the training things, and
Sure.
fuck around, you know.
Oh yeah, we've got those.
Okay. So you're using your day as wisely as you can. You start to see some of the more intricate outlines of more complicated spells that Lycidas had been working on. Some of them are finished. Like there's whole chapters, and it appears that he comes to a concise conclusion about how it works. And some of them are kind of open-ended, and like he wasn't quite finished working on them. But just in a day's time, you don't pick up a lot of understanding on it. You're gonna have to do a lot of practicing, that sort of thing. What else? What's everybody else doing as they're kind of waiting out this day?
I'd like to, I don't know, maybe investigate the Thai Mayar that I have. Just some.
Oh, the Te Magar.
Magar
Yeah,
book.
sure. Whenever I read, I just think of the Hungarian word for Hungarian, which is Magyar. It's
The
spelled
Hungarian
like
word
that.
for Hungarian?
Yes, it's spelled Magyar, but it's pronounced Mayar, so I keep pronouncing it like that.
Yeah, it's intentional.
Why do you know that?
Because I'm me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he likes his
Hungarians?
That might be
medieval
the best
history.
reply of all time.
I have listened to the history
Hungarian
of Vlad the
podcast?
Impaler today.
Nice.
So
Okay, so you're reading through that book, or you're attempting to. So sure. You're kind of learning a little bit more about who he is. It's like a god of war and famine and death and all those horrid things. But you don't really pick up any more than like,
Because
you know.
wasn't there some language I couldn't understand? Or
Yeah,
something like that?
exactly. Yeah, like you're just picking that up off of descriptions or like depictions rather that are throughout the book. So as you guys are chilling for the day, another image starts to coalesce.
Oh god, we should totally
I
ignore
stab it with my
And
sword.
it starts
He's like-
it starts coming
I'm
over right over the
serious.
shoulder
I'm serious.
of Haldir.
Let's fucking
I
walk
stab
away
at it. Pull out my sword and stab at it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if this does anything. Oh no, your blade just goes straight through it.
Okay.
And yeah,
I would like to.
that
Yeah,
is not
go
very
ahead.
nice.
Let's see what it has to say.
Oh, god.
What are you reading there, Haldir?
Does he have nothing else to do?
I shut the book.
Obviously.
He's obviously waiting for us.
Oh, no fun. You
He
didn't let
probably
Tao read
needs
that
us.
book. That's not very nice. You should share things with your friends.
I look over. Tao knew how to read?
He did. Well,
I just ignore this guy.
Yeah, I'm getting
Oh, so-
real good at my dice game.
Yeah, I just.
another day waiting. What are you waiting for, I wonder?
I'm waiting until we can get you, with a nice chain collar in the pub. Get you set
No.
up there for the next few decades.
I love how debated Kirill is getting.
Oh, I'm not being debated. I'm
He knows
simply
the
stating the fact.
I don't know. This threshold, I'd be surprised if it lasts long enough for you to do such a thing.
This threshold.
Let's just say we have a
varies over
guardian angel.
thousands of years.
Oh, you're talking about that uppity elf that's hanging out in that tree? Gosh, what a bitch.
The bitchy woman. I agree. We agree on something.
I tell you what, the longer we're here, the longer you get to live. So why don't you fuck off and enjoy it for a bit?
You know, I would really like to do that. But I've got this feeling. Man, I don't know where I get it from, but I've just this feeling in the back of my head that says these
Herpes.
guys are going to try to kill me for something that I did. I don't know why, but you know, I am going to get that crown, and we'll see what we can do about the sword. But I feel like you're going to try to do something to stop me again. So I'd rather handle you here now when I've kind of got you trapped. So why don't you just come on now? Let's see what happens. You know,
Why
let's
don't
mix
you
it up.
why don't you come here?
Well, it
Don't
wouldn't
you
be very
remember?
fair.
He's a weak little bitch who can't get into the chamber by himself. Unfortunate, really.
Oh man.
Well, true, he does know what else is in the chamber, doesn't he?
Wouldn't even attempt the trials.
I was very kind. I just said all you have to do is complete the trials. It's not my fault you're
You
so
must know the
inadequate.
answer to the trials.
I do. Yes.
Well, what is stopping you?
Oh, we'll get there. I have no doubt. It's just I don't want to have these people nagging at my heels.
So you're
And
scared.
there's other business to attend to. It's very fortunate that you are here. I can kill two birds with one stone. Oh, I'm sorry. Your bird. Oh, man.
Ouch.
Well, anyways, it's been a pleasure again. And I truly do look forward to seeing you soon. Uh, bye. He waves off again.
That is the worst job of trying to bait someone into a trap I've ever seen.
He clearly
He's
thinks
obviously not
himself
going
clever.
anywhere.
Yes,
Pay
he's
it no
still
mind.
hanging around here is the other problem, by
There's
the
a
way.
point to it.
That's my point. Is like he can't like there's a reason he's still here and it's not us. Like I don't think he can.
Well, it might be us. It's
But
not
he
just that he
came
wants to kill us.
No, but he came into the darkness instead of going straight to get the crown, which he could have, which was literally like I said in the opposite direction.
The two
And
options are he's there for us or he's here for something else.
he's here for something else and he's trying to lure us into like coming for
Two birds, one
whatever.
stone, like you said.
Yeah. There's something else here.
Can I'd like to ask Aveen again about what the deal is with that guy.
She's gonna fucking kill you, man.
She say she has no
I don't
idea.
Well, listen.
What the deal is with what guy?
Just Abu, whatever is it? What is his name?
Abu?
Abu?
His name is not
Does he
Abu.
own the Quickie Mart?
Whatever.
Mandout Duir.
Weird. Yeah.
Abu.
That queer dweer.
Oh no.
Weird.
Oh
weird.
This is
my
getting worse and worse as it
goodness.
goes
Oh
on.
Is.
no.
I hope.
But yeah, like because he's related to Illithid. He's what is happening? The plot thickens.
So you're asking the tree this.
No, actually, I'm not going to. I'm just
This is kind of exposition to your friends. Okay.
almost exposition to my friends, but like, what in the like?
Her thoughts on the situation? Or
No, because she can sense the presences of these things. Is he like some kind of weird fucking monster in disguise?
oh, that's actually yeah.
True. And he's able to cast inside of her circle here, which is
Well,
Yeah,
that's
kind
another
of
he
an
clearly has more power than he lets on. Feel free to ask the tree, Kiro.
Tree.
Tree of knowledge.
You know what? You've I don't really feel the need to after you talk to me talking to a tree, so I'm good.
You feel a little weird talking to a tree?
I do now.
Tal used to hit
Okay,
trees.
I'll walk up to the tree and ask. So I'll walk up
He
to the
just
tree
said so, did you?
and I'll say, I mean,
wanna
I know
what's that
there's no
backstory later.
form in which I'm specifically speaking to, but just in the general direction, I'll say, this is the second time that a being has manifested itself within your tranquil circle here. Who is that person?
An excellent question. One I don't know the answer to. But this circle of tranquility
Hang a gold over to Haldir.
doesn't mean, or doesn't prevent spells. Your friend over there is sending messages to his allies. Why would it be so difficult for someone to project an image here?
I suppose it wouldn't be difficult given the circumstances that you just explained, but do you sense anything off about that person? I mean, you displayed the ability to sense the presence of other beings within, even outside of your little wooded area here. Do you sense
No.
anything about him?
They're within the wooded area here. But as for him in particular, he's certainly not a nice fellow. But it doesn't seem out of the normal for your like.
But he's still here. And he's been here.
He's been very boastful. And he's been sending those images in here to speak with us. Do you know if his physical form is within these woods somewhere?
Yes, he's the one with the fragment of Solar Cat.
Hmm.
Or a fragment of his power. And yes, he still remains here. About, I would say, 175 feet that way. And she points like half to the ground and half in the direction that you guys came from almost.
So
Towards that
he's in the
maze.
tomb. He has
Yes,
to
he must be in the tomb.
be.
Oh man.
I say we go fuck him up.
As tempting as this is, I think he's stuck here.
Or waiting for us to leave.
No. And
He could-
he'll be really surprised by the fucking Legion of Horsemen.
He sensed our presence here. I'm sure he would sense theirs and leave.
I don't think he can.
Can he? I'm sure he would.
I mean, how would he know that we're here? Other than somebody being tracked right now. Is anybody being tracked right now?
Depends on how much I know about mind players.
Well,
What do you
I
mean?
may have run into a merchant in Morrow who said that he would scry on me from time to time. But he didn't seem to have any ill will behind that. It's possible.
The only reason he knows we're here is because we killed a fuckload of those things. And he's the one who summoned the things.
What things? You mean
The Sycothids, he means.
I don't think he did summon
he
the
didn't?
six.
Why would he summon them? They've been here before he was even here.
No.
What are
Have
you
you been
talking about?
have any of you been listening at all?
Use
The
more
bitch said it will go away when the Arnarket or whatever the hell it's called is gone. He's the one who has it. Therefore, he's the one who brought them.
You can turn to the tree. Wait, he summoned the darkness? A mortal can do that.
He's got the fragment of the god's power.
Yeah, I mean that's she doesn't respond, so it's just off whatever Haldir says. If you trust him.
I don't trust Haldir.
So I don't know if
I'm
it's
just kidding. Well, man, it
Seems
feels
like it would be
feels
out of
pretty
his,
bad
like,
to know that
ability,
he's so close,
but
but so far away. I say we roll up on him.
I say that's a terrible idea.
I think this is also a bad idea.
I agree.
Is this the elf?
It's Abel.
No.
This is Abel.
The elf. That's a
Okay.
bad
I was like, I'm
idea.
so surprised. I was like,
She would probably
she's
encourage
like,
it.
Yeah, she's like, go die. No, this is awesome. She didn't say when we had to get the little orb thingy from the guy. So if we do it when we've got like 50 men helping us, I don't think that's.
If they make it here.
I'm not gonna give it to her.
You guys are all assuming
You
that
want
they're
to
actually going to
keep
make
it?
it here. Fine.
They will. And I have no
Oh,
doubt
yeah.
that they can crush these Sycothid,
If they are all as
especially if
weak
there's
as
only
cute,
20 of them.
20 weak ones.
Then we need to find the most optimal way of using them to our advantage.
I agree. I will get out to them and tell them about the situation. Hopefully inform them a little bit more. But I think our objective would be to, I mean, like you said, if we get the orb, we can stop this darkness and purge the Sycothid from this area. They cannot stand this light, and they don't appear to be able to stand the sunlight either. So that's our goal.
Agreed. With backup.
With backup.
Oh man. Okay.
It is one more day, right? It has already been 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd also like, while we're talking, I'd like to ask him what the point of the ash fortress in the middle of the sea.
The
What?
Ass Fortress?
The
Ash.
Sea of Cinders that the ash hold.
Yes, that one.
Didn't your question already get answered by someone in the tavern in Moro?
No, they didn't
No.
know.
No, they didn't
Oh,
know.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
He kind of eyes you a little bit. He says, it's information that only the Knights of Karn need to know. I have no doubt that you're on the side of good, friend, but again, we've only known each other for so long.
Well, if it's a really terrible place, can we put this guy in there after we capture him?
Absolutely not. We'll kill him. That I can assure you.
I think that might be a little too kind.
You have a better fate for him. You'd
I will
rather
kill
this
him.
man walking around. I like this Haldir. Let's slay him.
Let's
He's
murder
a bit
him.
cocky. Yeah. Not really murder. Let's say bring justice. He slew your
I don't
friend.
care what we call it. He killed one of my brothers.
Exactly. I will say, you guys have handled yourselves pretty well throughout this all. I would say extremely well, even. And so I am an assessor of grave concerns, but I'm also an assessor of individuals. And even, and he does quotations, but you're not sure that he's really, serious or not about it, but he says, you heathens can still join our order. We'd definitely find use for each of you. I'm not exactly sure what your plans are if we actually survive this, and this pitch might fall on deaf ears considering we all might die. But if you're looking for something to do in your near future, we could use more adventurers like yourselves.
I'm not sure that I would be what the Knights of Karn are looking for, particularly.
Kind of shrugs. So far, you seem to be what we're looking for. I'm pretty good at my job. Maybe I'm wrong about you, but you guys seem like strong individuals who are well-minded about, well, that is clearly evil. You want to destroy it. Stop it. No?
Yes.
Exactly. In any case, it doesn't matter until we actually survive this, so The offer stands.
Where would we
Really?
contact you?
It's an excellent question. I usually don't stay home for very long, but if you ever travel to Morocco, ask around for me.
It is something to give a thought.
He nods. In any case, I believe we have another day to wait, and some hours after that. I would be prepared, though. I think, like I said before, my plan is to sneak out to them, let them know where we are and what the situation is, what foes they face, and then we would make a concerted push towards, I guess, that sepulcher or catacomb, whatever it is, and either annihilate all the Sikithid that are here and then move on to the next threat, or I'm not sure. We'll have to see where the dice fall.
I'm assuming the darkness will end.
If we kill all the Sikithid, it
No,
doesn't seem
once
to be the
we
case.
get the thing back that he used to create the dark.
The orb.
Yes. Whatever that orb was.
I would hope so. I mean, that's what she seems to say. I'm not exactly sure of
Like those
her
sunlight.
intentions.
I think she was ambiguous. Happy to let us die. Not interested enough to lift a finger to do it.
Exactly. The Knights of Karn will obviously not stand for another darkness like what had happened to our people before, although we fared fairly well. This cycle, if that's truly what it is, can't continue. And my organization will definitely be looking to exploit every resource and unturn every rock to find out exactly what's going on and what the nature of this beast is. Again, that's why I could use some adventurers who lived through this.
I appreciate your kind words, Abel. We'll consider your offer once we get out of this.
Certainly. Once we get out of this. All right. Well, I'm going to go meditate, I guess. It's another day to burn.
Retconning, I could have spent 3 days studying one of these paladin, cleric, channel divinities.
Yes.
Okay, good. It was a
You
week,
can.
right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Which one are you trying to learn?
I was just reading over them again. Kirill, I think, was doing the cleansing Nova thing.
Nope.
Oh, that wasn't?
No, he's got the
Well, he gave us both of them.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you had both of them, but you were using the sister's blessing.
Yeah, it's that one because it didn't, light everyone around me on, in
Light
radiant
everybody
light.
on fire.
Well, a
But
lot
it
less
also-
situational.
True. No, I was looking at actually Storm Sister's blessing too for the 2 AC and +2 to dex save.
It is a concentration thing.
Yeah. That is the downside. Oh wait, is the channeling divinity for cleansing Nova not a concentration? Because it says the last 3 rounds.
I don't believe it is a concentration. It just happens.
It doesn't say that. Oh, well that's a different story. I'll do that one. That way we
Alright.
can be different.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're different. All right, cool. So if that's the case, what do y'all do? Just spend out the rest of this day. I know what Misha's doing.
Reading.
Well, I go back to reading my
Playing
book,
dice, right?
unless she took it from me.
Reading
I'll
over.
I'll
I
ask
believe they're
Yanni if he
two
wants to
different
play
books.
dice.
Yeah, let's play.
Kirill is going to pray.
Okay. All right. So you guys all gather together for some meager lunch that you guys have. You're really kind of running low on supplies for food and anything like that at this point, because you weren't carrying your large packs as you ventured into the darkness. And yeah, you eventually start to get tired, and I imagine probably sometimes throughout the day you're just napping. It's just like there's literally nothing to do at all. This is probably the most bored you've ever been in your life, or anxious. I don't know. It depends.
Not reading, I'll practice limericks.
No, dude, I'm taking Yanni to the cleaners right now, dude.
Yanni's got some gold. If he doesn't, I mean,
I don't
if he
think we're
brought
playing
it.
for money.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So what are you taking? You taking his clothes?
I think we're just playing dice.
Oh, I've got pants left. You just
I'm
eagerly
taking his
watch-
arm wraps, bro.
One wrap at a time. All right. Okay. So you guys just kind of dick around for the rest of that day, and when you all come to consciousness the next morning, Abel's like, "All right, I'm gonna try to sneak out to my compatriots. They should be here within the next couple of hours. What's your plan? What's your intention?"
I'll make sure to tell him don't die before he leaves.
I can throw.
The advice.
And that if
I
he
can throw
doesn't
rocks.
return, I'm gonna kill him. Because he'll have
Wow.
left us here to die.
Fair enough. But
You're
I
gonna
mean,
kill
what's
him.
your plan?
What I said my plan. I'm sneaking out to join up with the rest of my forces, and to provide them with much needed information. The nature of the spell that I've been communicating them with is that I'm a little bit limited on what I can say.
Does that mean, is there any chance that the apparition or the man who's been, hiding in that crypt has been, intercepting your signal?
I'm not sure. I hope not. I guess. In any case, a full fist of the Knights of Karn. There's no fiend, living or dead, that can take that. So, I'm not concerned.
Are you very sneaky?
I can be, and I intend to be.
Okay, because I'm not sneaky.
Yes, that's why I don't think you should join me on this expedition.
Like I said, I'll throw stones the other way. They seem to dislike it a lot. Makes them angry.
So what would you have us do? Well, I mean, how will we know when we should go, when we should join the force?
Oops.
He could message us as well.
I can do it once more. I'm not sure if that'd be the best use of my. Well,
Or not.
I suppose. What we'll do here is, once we get close, say the 100 feet, I'll let you know that we're nearby. But even then, with 100 feet between us, I mean, there could be a lot of sick that's between there. I imagine that we're going to draw a good deal of their attention, though. They have to repel us.
All right, well, sounds fine to me, but
At what point should we assume you failed?
Failure isn't really an option. But if it's a whole day and we don't make it here, then I would imagine then we're all dead. And at that point, it's really kind of just picking however you want to die.
Well, yes, 50 men is a lot more than what we are.
Yes.
Five.
Well. So with all that being said, good luck.
Same to you.
What to you? I'm gonna go to the other side from where he's leaving. Start like casting some more of my glowy stones.
Abel, before you leave, I have something for you.
Sure.
It's a locket of his hair.
And I am going to give him the Boots of Soft Steps.
What do these do?
They give him +5 to sneak bonus.
Yikes.
But we want those back.
This is it's quite the gift. I'll make sure to bring him back safe and sound.
See to it that you do. Best of luck to you.
So, he attunes to them. I think he has to do that.
Yes.
And then he moves close to the tree so that he's out of line of sight of anybody who's looking in the darkness. And then you do not see him leave.
Damn.
Boots are real good.
Some good boots.
We're just on the other side of the tree this whole time.
No, he's just,
Uh,
I'll just be sitting on the
yes,
other side of the tree the whole time.
Okay.
Just hunkered down. Knees
Idiots.
curled up.
All right. So he departs. It's been 10 minutes since he's been gone. What are you guys doing? Waiting? Patiently?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, we
basic-
I mean that we put everything in on that, so yes,
Okay.
we have to.
I'm just making sure.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have anything else that we would do.
That's basically at the last combat encounter where we all almost died like 4 times. We're just kind of like, we're trying to play it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand.
I'm gonna
Um,
tell Tammin I'm very proud of him.
What
I
for?
mean, I question the intelligence in what you did, but I'm very proud of you. You gave a man the boots off your feet.
I'm trying to get out of here.
Are you barefoot right now?
I mean, I would assume I
Backup
actually
pair.
am, unless I
Yeah.
have a backup pair.
Nah, you probably don't carry a backup pair of boots on you, so
I don't wear boots, so I'll be all right.
Aldir's like, this is all right. This is.
He wears toe shoes.
So, after probably about 30 minutes of you guys waiting, you see the image of Mandau Duer. It's coming again. It's starting to
Here's the
coalesce.
taunt. All right. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Oh no.
Oh, not too much. Just doing the day to day. How about you guys? Still enjoying
Hey, guys,
your
it's our
stay?
buddy.
We are very good.
I'm just having a conversation. The same old having conversations with 40,000-year-old elves. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, that's definitely something that I partake in all the time, for sure, for sure. I could have sworn that there was another one of you here. Did you lose one of you? Did you already resort to eating your friends?
He tasted delicious.
He was
You were nasty.
delicious. Yeah, I
you know.
agree. His thigh meat was delicious.
I don't really appreciate you lying. I was kind of a joke, so
You're a
Where
joke.
did
You
he
are a
go?
joke.
ooh, ooh, ow,
You
man.
didn't Carol Aaron sing.
I'm gonna get you for that one, man. I will. I will. So I imagine that you're trying to plan some type of sneaky thing, escape. I'm going to make sure that you all die. And really, I have to say again, it's nothing personal. I just need you to not exist anymore. And I got to say again, if your friend Tao had just let us take his information and then we wiped his memory, none of this would have happened. So really, you
Like-
have him to blame.
Like you being stuck here in the darkness.
I'm not stuck here. We're doing important business.
You are
Yeah, you're just doing it.
obviously.
You're clearly
Instead
waiting
of,
for us, my friend.
Instead of being, in those deep in those tomes of knowledge so much, you're sitting with a bunch of beetle people. in a crypt in the dark.
Not just beetle people, but the Sycothids are a very useful resource. They are some smart cats. That's not really. They're bugs, but and there's no cat people anywhere. All
Oh
right?
god.
Oh, people.
But I'm
was so
I'm
deep.
just making jokes. So, I hope you will not be too upset when this sanctuary fades away and you all die. But
I'd be quite thrilled if you destroyed the sanctuary, actually.
would
By
you?
all means.
Yeah, she must have been pretty mean to you, I bet. She was not very kind to it doesn't matter anymore. So I will be seeing you soon. And yeah. Later. And he dispels the image with a
Does he like
little
wiggle his fingers as he goes later too?
no, he's got a big wave that he does.
He waves with both hands. He's one of those people.
Later.
One of those people.
Bye. All right. Okay.
I love that character.
So, that happens, and another 30 minutes passes. So it's about an hour since.
I want to check with the tree lady.
Sure.
Hey,
You-
tree lady.
I assume you heard everything he said.
Idle threats from a mortal.
Is it possible he's been around in the darkness, hanging around, not because he's stuck, but because he's working on destroying your tree and you?
I haven't felt anything regarding the magic that holds this area and everything below at bay. So, unless they're being particularly sneaky, they've made no progress.
Are you
You
willing
neglected
to,
to
take that chance?
mention you'd spoken with them.
Well, it was a brief conversation. I smote a couple of their friends, and yeah.
So he has a grudge, per se.
You know, Athena,
I
like
don't
you
think he was
more and
very
more.
broken up about it. Good.
Oh, not friend. If your tree can be destroyed, will it kill you?
No, but it would make my job pretty obsolete. I'd have to find another way to open the gateway, or my allies in the City of Light would find a way to restore it. One way or another, we wouldn't lose our only connection to the material plane.
I question the existence of your allies. Not saying that they don't exist, but just that they're still around in a very long time.
Why do they need a connection to the material plane?
I don't really feel like explaining it.
Because
I haven't
despite their
written.
insistence that they are gods, they are not.
We never, ever claim to be gods. But we're probably a bit more worthy of worship than whatever things that you praise.
Yes, every night I go to sleep. I pray to the elf who sits under the tree and doesn't do anything.
Oh, you have no idea how much restraint I'm showing right now.
Nor do I.
But it's great that we're all getting along. We should keep doing that.
She doesn't say anything. She's just eyeing Haldir.
Nice, big.
She can't help but
Happy.
mire, dude.
Oh my god. The cockiest
How
elf in
big
all
is
the
how
land. Oh, they're like the same fucking people.
So
Actually,
are we waiting on
yeah.
something specific, or
Yes.
We're
They're supposed to
waiting
be
on
100
Abel to come
yards
back,
out.
hopefully.
oh, so he's gonna come back first? Okay, right.
No, he said he was going to give a signal
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yeah, when
How are we
he's
even
like
gonna
100 yards out or
interpret?
something. He'll literally just be able to point at us and be like, I'm here. Or close.
That's
or
not the way
whatever.
I interpreted it. I was going to
Really?
stand watch it after like 30 minutes or so.
It's been an hour, right?
Yeah, it's been an hour so far.
Oh,
Should
I missed that
probably
part.
start moving over there.
To the edge of the little line.
Something more than just
At
jerking
least
off
add
over here.
alert, not just like sitting around.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you guys are
Taking a
attentive.
position.
Yeah, sure. Well, go ahead and make perception checks as you're kind of peering into the darkness, hoping to find or see something.
Do you want all of us to, or just some of us?
Yeah, you can all make it if you'd like, or if someone wants to help, you can give it.
My
to
eyes can
somebody.
pierce through this wicked darkness.
Wow, 26, 25 critical, nice. 18.
Special type of black.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gov somehow manages to make Kirill like a badass yet super lame guy.
I mean, look at him.
I like
It's the
him.
mustache.
I like the mustache a lot, dude. I think
The
it's
mustache.
so cool.
That's the bit.
That's
the
his
big-
character, as far as I'm
Better he has
concerned.
horrible teeth.
Well,
So you can just kind of faintly hear Kirill. In the distance, you can hear that howl that the Cicathids did. It's everything's kind of muted on this side of the darkness from when you were inside of it, and even then it's really distorted and weird. But so yeah, you can kind of hear those shouts. There's probably something happening because they haven't been like consistently doing that, and you're just barely picking it up. It could be really far away, or it could be really close. It's tough to tell. I mean, it's probably not literally in front of you, but at the same time, it's fucking dark out there.
Hey, lady. Do you sense a bunch of more people out there now? Because if you do, maybe we'll fuck off.
She doesn't respond.
Alright, that's fine.
Do we hear multiple screams, or just the one?
Carol's the only one who can hear it, and it's just very faint. Maybe
Okay.
he heard two. You're not sure.
oh, in what direction was it again?
The direction that you're looking.
So, in the direction of that sepulcher.
It's been 3 days. Sepulcher could be anywhere.
What do you mean?
Am
It's a building.
I a moron?
No, you know where it was. It was over in this direction. Yes, somewhat. It's over here. Somewhere.
It's literally directly.
Yeah, but we know which side of the tree we came in on, so it's not like we're...
Yeah, obviously.
I think it's like right here. Something like.
Slightly to the south.
Yeah, something
We
like.
had it in a northeasternly direction.
I mean, the tomb was like right over here.
So we definitely know the general area it is, but we don't also know specifically where the
You guys are surprisingly close.
came from. Well, yeah, because we're not dumb.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me 1 second. I just need to delete something off the screen.
Uh
All
oh.
50 of the.
Our characters.
No, I deleted Goose.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
you could have just let me. I wasn't gonna use him.
I know. I was just memeing on you.
No,
'cause
no,
you're
no.
memeing.
That makes sense. He wouldn't be there, and Abel's still there for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Yoink.
No, we know he's close now.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
He's right there.
Well, he was supposed to
I
message us
mean,
100 years.
we know
I
they're
think we should
joined in
go.
battle. I mean, we should help them, I guess.
Even if they're being distracted. It'll
Yeah,
give us
that's.
an
Well, I mean,
opportunity
we're
to get
not
in
going to
there.
get a better opportunity. And if there are a limited number, we might as well help out. So,
Yes.
after coming to that realization myself, I jump down.
All right, I'll jump with you.
Blink.
I would like to.
Oink.
Yeah, I'll jump down.
Okay.
And by
I'll
jump
use a
down, I
rope.
mean climb
Misha's just
slowly
gonna
so
hang
that I
out.
don't
I
hurt
mean,
myself.
I was gonna say something about like I was like I would mentally summon my mount or some shit, but that's kind of lame.
You
Yeah,
don't
then
want to
you just
summon
jump
a
on its
golden
back.
shimmering mount and then jump
As you're
off.
jumping off,
Yeah.
jump off the
Like Yoshi in Super Mario World.
Full suited armor, jumps down onto a
Gundam
horse,
wing,
10
full
feet.
mech suit.
backwards.
fucking breaks his nuts. He's dead.
Rest
That
in
would be
peace.
horrible if you could break your nuts. I'm sure you
Yeah,
can
I'm sure
actually,
you
but
You definitely can.
I'm not
What?
finna figure that out though.
I'm not gonna try to
Yeah.
nothing.
What was
All
that
right.
show?
Misha, are you coming too? Are you staying back?
Yeah, no, I'd look at everybody and just be like sighing and shaking as they're like all jumping off.
Misha, come
before we
on,
got
you're
the
gonna miss
signal.
it.
Didn't he? Correct me if I'm wrong. He said he wasn't going to cast the spell, right?
He said he
said he
would.
said
want
he
to.
would. He said he didn't want to. He didn't know if it was the best
Oh.
use of his.
Well, then I would inform them that we should wait.
Oh, God.
All right, let's climb back up.
I'm
Then.
not gonna
Let's climb back up here.
It ruins the dramatic moment. No, we
Oh,
can.
I'm
We
going.
can go. We can go.
I'm going.
I
Are
mean,
you
at
guys-
this point, you kind of have to assume
so long.
that something happened. I mean, they're
Well,
not
something-
He hasn't
immediately.
been, how
in their
long has he
direction.
been gone?
Like
An hour.
or
An
something.
hour.
Didn't it take us like an hour to fucking get to where the tomb even was?
It took us
This
like
is like
10 minutes to
think it-
get to the tree.
What?
Yeah.
No.
To the
I'm
tree,
not
but
talking
no,
about to get to the
outside.
tree from the tomb. I'm talking about to get to the tomb from outside.
Yeah.
You weren't traveling an hour. It was dark, and you didn't know exactly where you were going or what direction you wanted to go. You were just following a path.
We just
But-
happened to make it.
Yeah. It probably took you like 20 minutes of
Yeah.
walking
Okay.
in the darkness before you crossed a bridge, and then maybe another 10 minutes tops.
So we're going to help him, or are we going to the tomb? I just want to know before we head off into
I say we go to the tomb.
Well, we don't know where he is.
We should follow the sounds of the screeches, assuming they continue to occur, while making our way over to the tomb, in my opinion.
Okay.
If we get
Yeah.
lucky, we can have them distract for us and clean up for us.
And clean up.
Our top priority is
I
making
think the
sure that he
assumption is
doesn't
they're getting
escape.
smashed right now. So.
Even if they
So
get
yeah,
smashed, it's not our problem.
let's make as much haste and stay as
Close together.
but not
Well,
clumped
let's move
into-
out, Decepticons. Let's roll.
Okay.
Someone move Misha's character forward.
Down the. I'm gonna gently climb down the.
Yeah, I said I was using a rope.
Yeah,
I'm not
stay
I'll follow
close,
your road.
but do not clump. This is a StarCraft 2.
Careful not to twist an ankle or
Our
anything.
casters are in the back, dude.
Marine
Smart.
microing?
Yeah, no, listen,
Are-
don't
are
get
we doing-
broadsided, please.
I'll take the rear. Fine, you guys go ahead.
Wasn't the tomb more further north?
No, it was
No,
south.
south.
We only caught,
What?
I thought we only
Just
caught
literally-
the very
my
bottom
God.
of it.
Literally go straight east from here,
Right, I
Like,
know.
keep
but we only
going.
caught the very bottom of it.
and then slightly back down, and we'll
Yeah,
be
well,
there.
that was the bottom.
So while you guys are doing this, you hear another one of those otherworldly howls, and while you're inside this darkness, it kind of like pierces your ears and your mind, and you know what's coming. So you all need to make dex checks with advantage. Ooh.
That's a
Ooh.
lot.
Dex
Kirill's got a
checkers
That-
0.
That nice little 0.
13.
I guess it's the same.
Oh, I have 16. I guess it is with advantage. How they're 11s?
All right.
He's in the back. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but he's rooted, I think.
He is for a round. Let's see. I can't remember. I think it's. This is what it is.
We all take the damage, or is it like
Nope.
a? Okay.
Just the people who failed. This.
Only the fails. Yeah.
Ooh, dirty. Haldir, you take 14 points of damage.
That is dirty.
Okay.
And it's necrotic damage. And Misha, you take 14 points of damage as well.
Wait, 15 isn't enough.
No.
Yikes.
We left the
Just to be clear, I thought the screech was. Am I dodging the screech with dexterity?
Nope, you're dodging the hands that come up out of the ground at the call of the screech.
Every other time we made it not a dex save, by the way, but that's
no,
fine.
You always made dex saves. I guarantee it.
We left the. How there's outside of that like circle of sanctuary or whatever for the tree.
Yes,
Does his eye thing come back?
it does.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch. It's like a searing
damage for
pain.
that.
Searing pain in your noggin. No, there's no damage. Yeah.
Do
So
I
you
see
guys,
any creatures?
nope, nothing comes stomping out of the woods at you or anything like that. And after a moment, the hands fade.
All right, well,
Keep on
might want
going.
to throw it some second winds, and we can stay close. Halders, don't.
How there?
push it.
I'll usher him into the middle of the fold with Misha there.
What is that? 1d10.
Yeah, you second
plus
one. Oh, it's fine.
Your
Fighter level.
con mod. Oh, your fighter level.
Just trying to cheat with the con mod.
Yeah. Yeah.
My con mod might actually be one. I don't think it. Maybe it is.
Yeah, what do you want? Alright. Ooh, nice. It's a nice bit of health.
Who wants something, Bill?
Who wants something built?
That's what it sounded like when you
Yeah.
said whatever it was you
Dude,
just
is
said.
that Command Conquer General's voice?
I think that's the human peons in Battle for Middle Earth, too.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Sounds
Yeah.
like an identical
That-
voice line.
Yeah, I
From
don't
the
know.
USA.
In any case, you're in danger. Okay, so what are you guys doing? You Misha and Haldir didn't quite escape the hands, but they are freed after a few moments.
Okay, I would like to usher them into the middle of the triangle of Tammin,
Yanni.
Yane.
I don't know if
and-
grouping up is a great.
Yeah, and I'm not saying grouping up. I'm just saying don't straggle.
No, I'm
So
gonna go
we're
hide
ordering
behind the
Misha
tree
right
here.
here.
Behind the tree. Behind the tree in case we run into that guy.
Jeepers.
Don't.
Where's how they're standing?
Well, I usually am towards the middle, but
Great, go there.
I don't know where you guys are all going.
In this direction.
Supposed to be going.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I can't.
All right.
I used to move my guy with the arrow keys. Is there like not a grid on here, so I
'Cause there's
can't?
no grid, yeah.
Trash.
All right, let's move in this formation.
Keep
so
going, dude.
Keep,
Keep
up.
up.
Yeah. Less
Guys,
Lest
the
I lead
casters
you.
are stragglers.
We need to be a little bit more south.
Yeah, we need to go down slightly.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm like a fucking rook. Like I'm just like really fucking unwieldy.
All right, so here's
you start
I
to
mean,
make out the outline of
found
the
Any creatures?
The mausoleum.
Haldir, at that point, you do see that there is just barely off the top. You can see the outline of the torso of a Scythid drone. You can see there's got 4 arms, and yeah, he looks like he's about to jump onto Kirill.
I dual cast haste. The Bash Brothers.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So you're giving it to Yanni and Kirill?
I ready attack.
Yeah, I'll probably give it to Yane. He's got a fucking big 2H.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
so he probably calls out, "Get fuck time." All right. Roll for initiative.
Huge.
Fuck.
I wonder if you'll ever make a character you roll well on.
Nope.
Nisha with the critical fail.
Spells.
Until I make that
Doing
fucking
it.
elephant.
Oh, I need to reset all my slots.
All right. Tammin,
Reset slots.
Kirill.
So you guys gain 2 AC, bonus on dexterity, or advantage on dexterity saving throws, and 2... I don't remember the rest.
Double your you get like
Oh, double
your
move.
move speed or
And
something.
an extra
'Kay.
attack, that's right.
So Tammin, you get to go first.
Well, can I
you
see
hear
anything?
Haldir call out. You cannot see anything.
Okay, I am going to delay my action for when I see a cicatid, and I'll shoot it with my bow, if that happens.
You can't even see Yane or Kirill right now. Do you want to move forward?
I will move only slightly forward.
Okay, still can't see him.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'm still just gonna ready my action to...
Sure.
Just if I see something in my range, I'll shoot at it as soon as it
Okay,
happens.
Kirill, what do you do?
I whip out my greatsword and I'm gonna ready an action to like beat the crap out of this fucking thing the second it tries any.
Sure. Okay. Well, you don't have to wait long because immediately after you do that, a creature crawls over the top. It's a familiar shape. It is a cicatid, drawing its 4 nasty swords. It moves to strike at you. It's outside of your range, so you can't actually take swings on it. But
This fucking building, man.
that's unfortunate for you. Ooh, okay. So connects twice. One of them is a critical roll.
Fantastic.
So you take 22 points of slashing damage, reduced by 3 to 19. As it
Should-
slices into you 2 times. One.
Shouldn't it be reduced by
Oh,
6?
yes, it is reduced by 6.
Got
So,
him, dude.
Getting hit with haste on, dude. You fucking casual
Is
over here.
that... yeah, that's with your plus 2 AC? Shit.
28 and 27. So, okay. It does that and doesn't really feel particularly threatened at the moment, so it's going to stay right there. Yeah, that ends its turn. So, Yane.
Can Yane and I like double team and like fucking grapple and pull it off the building?
The only time that it's ever like in range of your grasp is when its blade is passing inside of your body or slashing somewhere near you.
Passing
So,
inside of your body.
so it's a bit difficult to grapple that. Yeah, I mean it's just too far away to really grab onto anything. I mean you can move away from the structure, or you can like try to climb it, or you can throw shit at it. That's pretty much your options.
You do have plenty of movement speed because you have haste. You could probably get up the building. I
Right.
don't know if you'd take attacks of opportunity, though.
I don't think so. I mean,
Moving
Going
into
towards
its
it,
square.
that would make any sense, right?
that wouldn't make any sense to me, but I don't know.
How
Yeah, I don't
tall? I mean, just visually, how
You only
tall
take
is
an attack of
this?
opportunity when you leave an enemy's threat.
You'd say it's probably 15 feet to the top of the central structure, and those little banisters or pillars or whatever you want to call them are about 20 feet.
Okay.
He's kind of like halfway on the side of the structure. He's got spider crawl, except he's a beetle.
Oh, so if I got it closer, I could hit him.
No, he's 10 feet away from the ground, at least. He's probably more like 15 feet away from the ground. And he's slashing down at Kirill's head about 10 feet away.
Oof. Fuck. So fucking annoying.
What are you
All
doing,
right.
Yane?
Let's see. I'm gonna go and try to climb the structure.
Okay. You can make an
Ryan.
athletics check.
Right.
You can get up there.
Oof.
He has advantage, right?
Why? He's not raging, I don't believe.
I'm
Because
not
he's
ready.
hasted.
You have an advantage on
Just
athletics.
Oh wait,
check.
no, athletics is. I'm thinking of acrobatics.
In any case, it's an old structure. It's not particularly well made. 11 is enough to climb it.
All right.
So that takes about, it's 15 feet of movement doubled because it's difficult terrain. So 30 feet of your movement's done, but you're right next to it.
Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bash this fuck.
Hit him with that.
Feel free to try.
bash. Oh,
Great axe.
Try to get behind it.
I mean, I thought I was on the side of it.
You are on the side of it, but it's not threatened by another creature, so you don't have flanking.
Oh, okay. So that's
Give me a minute.
Give me
Yes, the 9's the miss.
So you have-
but you have another attack, which
I have two more.
does connect.
right.
You have 2 more attacks, or 1 more attack now.
Okay.
Dude,
And then
you
I'm
didn't
going
do
to-
you didn't do the fat dick rage.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do the fat dick rage.
What the?
Calm yourself. Let's see, and then I'm gonna use Great Weapon Master. And I'm gonna do the +3 on my next roll. Oh, that'll definitely hit.
20? Maybe.
So it's an extra 10 damage.
But you said you're going to do a Great Weapon Master, so it's reduced by 5.
Right. Yeah.
So
So
that's
it
a
goes from
15.
20 to 15. Unless that's already a Great Weapon Master swing.
This is
No.
a Great Weapon Master string.
Right. So that would be 15, and 15 would miss.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that's your 2 attacks, or 2 extra attacks. It's kind
Correct,
of
yeah.
weird to say. And then, so you have your bonus action. You want to do anything with it, or no?
No.
That passes your turn. Haldir, what do you do? You see very clearly outlined Yane and this creature at the top of this structure, and you can see blood spurting out of
I see
Kirill,
no
and it
more
looks
of these
good.
things. Yes.
Taking a quick glance around. No more.
Okay. I will chromatic orb level 1,
Okay.
or not level. Is it a level 1? I don't remember. Not the higher one. 16. It's a miss
16
probably.
misses, yeah.
That's a garbage fucking roll. And is casting light an action or a bonus action?
I believe it's an action.
I want to say it's an action, but
Let's find out.
Because it's a cantrip.
1 action. Okay.
All right.
I will end my turn.
Okay, Misha, what do you do?
I'm
You can
I'm
hear the
gonna-
sounds of battle in front of you, but you can't actually see anything yet.
gonna move forward just a little bit till I see. I'm assuming I can see him here.
More like here.
So close. I'm gonna do a guiding bolt.
Okay. Sure. 24 will hit. Whew. Bah. All right. That makes it do this. All right. Good. Hasty damage screeches out in pain as the piercing light hits it. And the next attack has advantage. Do you do anything with your bonus action?
No, I don't have anything I can do with.
Okay. That means we pass back to Tammin.
Well, I guess I'm gonna move on up.
Haul it on up, boy.
I don't want to go too far though. Go right. I mean, how far can I see? Like
Can't see it.
15 feet.
Probably about right here.
Man, I don't want to.
Yeah, we're all clumped up.
I'm not really worried about that. I'm
You
more
can
worried
use
about,
your
like,
movement to run away from it after you take your shots.
Oh,
I don't know if I have enough. Yeah, I know I can
back
do that,
a
but how
little.
much should I move? 17 feet. I only have 30 feet of movement. I guess we'll do that. I'll take a longbow at him.
Sure. Shot. Take the shot.
20. So it's 21 because it's a magic arrow.
20 hits. 21 hits.
10
Piercing.
damage.
10 damage, yeah, that's right. But reduced to half in the shadows. All right.
Miss.
Correct.
And I'll twin bolt him.
It's only after a melee weapon attack.
Yes.
Is it? Oh, I must not have written that part of the spell. My bad. Okay, never mind that.
Well,
Well-
if you wrote took the attack action, but maybe not.
I did, yes. So make a range check that it's only if you took the attack action. So you actually can do that.
19.
But 19 hits, and you deal 9 points of
9.
damage total, reduced
By
by
half.
half.
Like, can it be reaction to meet made rate?
Can be.
I don't know if you want to waste it on this.
I wasn't sure if like we were gonna have Haldir pull out a fire spell.
I
That
think
was
he
kinda-
was
Wait.
intending to do that with the chromatic orb, but it whiffed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to wait a little bit.
As I think
Sorry.
you should. So it just hits for what, 4?
Correct.
Okay,
Or rounding
cool.
down.
Of
Okay.
course, though, if someone lit their sword on fire with some oil and stuff, I mean, we do have torches.
Big damage. Anyways, that's Tammin's turn, unless he wants to do anything with his movement. And
I
it
do
passes
want
to
to do.
Kiro.
I'll just move back here.
I'm gonna move a little bit over here, and I'm gonna climb this tower, and I'm gonna take the fight to this piece of shit.
Sure.
This piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So you make the climb, no problem.
I'm gonna swing my sword. I'm gonna cast this thing, and then I'm going to
Storm
bash it in the
Sister's
face with my
blessing.
sword.
Okay. Feel free. That hits.
And I'm gonna smite it.
So that's the regular damage.
What level of smite?
Level 2 smite.
Huge.
It's 24 damage.
And I
27
roll,
Radiant damage.
Another d6 of lightning.
You
Nice.
do.
So that's 28 damage
Hey,
total.
remember the lightning.
So another 4 off that, or 3 actually. So 32.
Alright. And I'm gonna attack again. That misses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna attack
You have
again.
one more.
Mm-hmm. Misses.
And I have advantage because I'm flanking it.
No, you don't.
Do at this point. Yeah, you
Oh, he
climbed
does?
up into its grill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Oh, I thought he has
two
to
people
actually
threatening.
be flanking it.
I
They
mean, they
are.
are. Yeah.
They are.
No, but
Gains,
he's
like,
in front of
he
the guy.
climbed.
Shut up, Tammin.
No, so
No,
if
no, the mob is flanked.
Okay.
yeah,
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I was understanding that.
And I'm gonna smite it with level 1.
like right here. Okay.
He's blasting him, dude.
And do another one of these.
Okay, so it's another 10
It's a big
radiant.
turn.
15. 11 plus 4, 15, reduced by half, so 7. All right. Okay. It's pretty fucking dirty, dude. All right. That ends your turn, I imagine,
Yeah, it does.
This thing is still up.
which means it's the creature's turn.
These guys are pretty tough.
Yeah.
It is going to. It is going to attack Kirill 4 times with its longsword.
Bring it on. I got 23 AC.
Incoming 3 criticals.
Yeah,
Oh
hopefully.
god.
It misses every single time. One time connecting squarely with your armor, but does not pierce it. And then it is going to try to run away. So you each get an attack of opportunity with advantage.
27. 19s.
It's going to parry your greatsword attack, Kirill, but the great axe hits for 9, reduced by half to 4. So he's still kicking,
Jesus fuck.
hobbling away, and he skitters
Scoots
off
on out, eh?
into the darkness. A fair distance.
Shoot and scoot.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Do I see him?
That's right. You have your eye now, right?
You do not currently see him there. No.
You should get up on top.
No.
I call out,
Warmer,
make
colder.
haste.
Make haste. Ooh. I see
Good
what you did
one,
there.
dude.
Yeah, that was the second round of
Let
haste.
me go a little of
so
that
far.
something.
All right. So you guys, as far at the end of Haldir's turn, he doesn't see anything. So far as you know, the creature has disengaged from you in combat. For the purposes of this, we will stay in rounds because you guys have haste going on. Don't want to cuck you out of it. So 6 seconds. Going to rest of Haldir's turn. What do you do?
The rest
You've
of my
used your
turn?
move- Yeah, you've used a partial amount of your movement.
Well,
What
I
do you-
mean, can I see anything new by being here or no? I'm not asking about creatures, but like, I don't know where the entrance to this place is or anything like
It was
that.
out. It was
On the
around the
opposite
front of it.
side.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
past these testicle looking
Well,
things.
then,
Testes.
I'll move like here.
I think we said the entrance was like right here. How do I change
Yeah,
my
we
arrow to
saw
not
it.
be black?
Racist.
I don't
Nice.
believe
click
it is
on-
something you can
You click on
select,
the
can you?
color next to your name.
Yeah, but his
Oh,
is
you
maroon
can.
or whatever color
That's
that is.
sick. The color block next to your name, you can do that.
There we
That's
go.
dope.
Okay. So that's your turn. Misha, what do you do?
I'm seriously debating on not going on the side where the monster obviously probably went.
Yeah, but your whole crew's here.
I know, yeah, and if I cut you all off by going this way and I run into it, then
Then
I'm
you're
fucked.
dead.
I'm dead, so I'm not going to go that way.
It was hobbling up. It was barely alive.
It was like encouraging me to like go
Yeah.
slaughter something.
Do it.
Oh my
I'd
god,
actually
you
have
guys.
to. I'd actually have to hit it. Is the problem?
And I mean, Kirill
Wait,
and
wait, wait. Hold on.
Kirill
You forgot-
and
I think you totally forgot Yang's turn again.
no. Yes, I did. No.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's right. You know,
I
Yang does
definitely
go
did.
before me. Yeah.
He goes before Haldir too.
What does Yane do?
Oh, poor Yang.
He makes haste.
To where?
Let's move him all the way over here.
Okay.
Just taking giant strides on the top of this building.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck,
So
I
you
see
so you're
anything?
there. You still have a ton of movement left.
Right. I'm gonna hop down and go right in front of the entrance.
Sure. It's a portcullis that's blocking your way, but you still have more extra movement and even your action. So if you'd like to do something, and also roll a d6 as you jump off that. Take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Stub your big toe.
If only
Gotta
he was-
remember to say climb down.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. I don't. So it okay. So. I think I'm just gonna post up. No, I'm gonna keep going. Fuck it. I'm gonna find this dude. How much more? Movement do I have? I didn't even look.
You have.
Let's see.
So you moved 15 there, and then you jumped down. So it's just regular movement off there. So you moved like 25 feet
Yeah.
tops there. Oh, are you hunting for the cicadid?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay, you don't see him right.
Okay.
He went this way.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna sit right here.
Okay, sure. So that passes your turn. Haldir did his thing. Misha did her thing. Wait, no, she didn't. She didn't decide
Nope,
what.
I was going after. So nope, I'm just gonna. I think. Wait, let me measure it out. Like 30 feet. All of a sudden,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
it's like 25.
What a troll.
About. Some coming up along the wall behind. How
It's like a couple of sculptulas dropping out of the sky, just right on top of Misha.
Skulltulas. That's a
it's my
throwback.
life.
All right. So you
Golden
move there
skulltula.
with your movement. You have your action, which can
Oh.
be used as a dash, or you can do whatever.
Well, we think this guy is in here, right?
Mm-hmm. As far as we know.
I am going to cast Spirit Guardian. And
Hopefully, there's another way out.
So
well, you know, at
Spirit
the very
Guardians.
least,
Sure.
lasts for 10 minutes, so I've definitely got some time on this.
And it's just around you.
15 foot around me. So
Okay.
as I move, it goes with me.
That's fucking busted.
Oh, it's something.
That's bullshit. All right. Okay. That passes to Tammin. Tammin, what do you do?
Goes back into the sanctuary.
I dash.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
kidding.
out of here, guys.
That's it, I guess. I'm
So
waiting
that's
for
your
my
movement.
boys. Yeah, that's my movement.
Okay. Then you're not going to do any other action?
I mean, I don't want to go in front of these guys. I'll,
Okay,
I'll
that's fine.
prepare a attack if someone comes out to try to slash at us.
Sure. Kiro.
I'm going to climb down from the tower, and
Okay.
I am going to. How much movement of mine does that use?
Doubles. Oh, I'm
40
sorry.
of your movement.
40.
So, because it was 20 feet.
Sure, that's hop part of it. So
All right. Well, I still have 40 feet of movement left.
dash. Or no, you're
How much
moving
movement do you have?
Are we trying to go
80.
in the place?
You have 80.
I want to
Wow.
kill that thing.
Oh, we don't
You
know
are
where it's at.
nuts.
We want to go inside here. I mean, we do want to kill him. I mean, obviously, because he's horrible. But like, he could be literally. He could have gone up.
I'm gonna
He could have gone
redo
down.
this. Start from the top, and I'm gonna go over to here, and then I'm gonna climb.
Well, he said there's a portcullis too, just so you guys.
Oh yeah, I just want to like climb over, maybe over the top, or maybe like inspect and see if there's some way I can raise the portcullis.
You don't see anything in particular that looks like a mechanism to open it. But you could bash the shit out of it, or you could use Yane's burliness to, bend the bars or
I'm
something.
down with
There's
that. Let's
a couple
bend
of
it.
ways.
I'm gonna
Alright,
put
I
my
want to
pecs in
climb
between the
down
bar.
and like go down to
on the
here, and I just can Yane and I like lift the portcullis up.
Let's try.
Once it's Yane's turn, yeah, you can try.
Okay, yeah, I'll ready my action so we can like teamwork it.
It's a creature's turn.
Teamwork for the dream work.
Nothing happens within your sight.
Let's tag team it.
Passes to Yanni.
All right, I'm gonna move back over and. Give
Okay,
this,
so you guys can either make 2 individual strength checks, or one of you
Together.
can make a strength check with advantage.
I mean, I'll do it with. I mean, I've got a +8.
Yeah, you do it with
Yeah, let me
advantage.
All right, so straining under this, the weight of this portcullis, you manage to lift and open up the passage. It's an incredible feat, but only Kirill gets to see it.
Oh no.
We'll talk about it.
And he was helping along with you, but you're not too sure. I mean, you pretty much did it by yourself, you think?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
You're like,
All right.
Hercules. No,
Haldir, it is your turn.
Am I? Is it? Did it click or is it my?
Oh
Constantly
yeah,
holding it?
no. So once you've pushed it back, there's like some type of weight that you have shifted along with it,
Right.
and it
Okay.
is now locked into.
I mean,
its
am I standing
open-
there holding it like T posing, like or
Ah!
Y posing?
Yeah, T pose. It's just your
Everybody
head.
get in.
All
We're
right.
into the
I talk with
mausoleum.
my hands.
Yes.
I'm gonna
okay.
move here unless I sense anything on my way there.
Nope, you do not.
Okay. Once there, I will ready a chromatic orb.
Just fucking send something down there.
Okay.
That would
I'm
not be
going
good.
down there.
Misha, what do you do?
I'll fucking go in if I can. I mean,
You've
I
got
don't
the
really
minutes.
know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm walking.
We don't know how big
It's
of a
dark
is
as
structure.
fuck in
is
there.
my character familiar
Dark
enough
out
with
here.
this eye at this point that I would know if like, well, if I don't see anything right now, there's nothing in this tomb, or is it like
Can
this
only
stuff is like,
see
obscure, or like I don't know. You know
you
what I
can
mean?
only see directly, so that like through direct line of sight. So if it's obscured
Okay.
because there's something in the way, then it won't work. And it
Like
only
my giant
sees
back.
like living-ish creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that in mind, Misha, you move in there. Tam, it passes to you. What do you do?
I think we're rolling in, dude.
Okay. All right.
You all die.
So,
You find yourself in a
the
void of
abyss.
black.
so you guys all gather up, nut to butt, as it were, to move into this tunnel, this sepulcher, this catacomb, this mausoleum. Other synonym. In any case, you guys move into this sort of crammed area where it smells just a little bit acrid, and even as you start to move down the passageway, and you can hear your boots, some of your boots, scuffling on the floor, knocking a few stones loose, and you can hear the little hairy foot pads of Haldir.
Can I not
and
see
Tim.
anything?
I mean, you guys can see the extent of your dark vision in here, just like you could in the past. But it's very crammed, and it immediately starts taking twists and turns. But it's like
What
bringing
the
you down.
just happened?
You're probably crashed out of roll 20. But in any case, you can just hear this faint bit of laughter, a familiar laughter, echoing up through the halls. And with that, we're gonna close the session.
Yikes.